操，太吓人了吧！
北京市应急管理局又来重要通知，广大市民非必要不外出。这个雨下的是没完没了。从2025年7月26日夜间开始，北京市密云区发生极端强对流天气。我操！
汇合口，这左面是白河，右面那个河道是潮河，在这里汇合形成了下游的潮白河。看看现在
坐标密云太师屯镇水军小区了，车都冲跑了。
天哪，那咋办呀？
超大的，
妈哟！天哪，妈哟！
那喊呀，累进喊呀，喊出来哦，当时是故意喊出来的。
屌丝大。报废了。
有回个男的，这个是车子哦。哎呀，快走，哎呀，找你钱！
我早上5点多那会儿出来。
Muddy brown mud flowed between two collapsed houses. The ground was littered with tree trunks, road debris, and fallen power lines. Frightened villagers crowded around emergency communication vehicles to charge their phones and contact relatives who had not heard from them for days. Beijing was shocked on Tuesday when days of heavy rain in the surrounding area killed at least 38 people. The downpour triggered floods and landslides, trapping residents in several villages and prompting Chinese leaders to order a full-scale rescue effort.
瞅着咱们家车啊，骑人家车上的飘着呢，马上就冲跑了。一会儿等洪水退了，我去找车去啊。
China Central Television, CCTV, the Chinese state broadcaster, reported on Tuesday that 28 people were killed in Myan, a mountainous area northeast of the capital, where more than 540 millimeters of rain had fallen by midnight Monday. 2 people were killed in Yanqing, northwest of the capital, while landslides triggered by heavy rain in neighboring Hebei province killed 8. CCTV did not provide specific information on the time and the death toll. Several residents of Beizhuang township, Myan, said they hadn't received any flood warnings and only realized the danger when they woke up around 4 or 5 a.m. on Monday when the water was already knee-deep. It was so sudden, said Chen Jinlin, walking down the road toward the highway entrance outside the town on Tuesday afternoon. Her daughter, who lives in the city, was to pick her up. Chen said she had only brought an umbrella and a cell phone, as it takes her 40 minutes to walk from her village to the highway. The village has been without electricity and water for 2 days. One villager said that for 2 days, he had only been able to rely on well water and a little drinking water he hastily gathered from the tap before the water was cut off. He said his daughter finally contacted him a few hours ago. He said he hadn't received any bottled water from the government, but several villagers said they had. no food had been distributed to the villagers. Dozens of villagers gathered near a China Unicom emergency communications vehicle to charge their phones and search for a signal. Behind them, the riverside road suddenly turned to mud. A collapsed White House had sunk to the bottom, where several houses once stood in a nearby open space. The bridge to the other side had also been washed away, trapping other villagers on the other side of the river. Yuan said a dam near her house had burst, flooding her yard, sweeping away trees and destroying her corn crop, which she uses for food and to sell. It's not easy for ordinary people to earn that much money these days, she said, crying. Gu's neighbor Wang said a flock of geese and ducks she raised had died after being buried in the mud. Nevertheless, Gu's mother said she had lived here for 30 years and was reluctant to leave. This is my home and I have to protect it, she said. Sitting on an electric scooter she was charging using her neighbor's pickup rickshaw. A resident surnamed Yu from another part of Myan said she had received a flood warning even though heavy rain began on Saturday night. By early the next morning, the road was submerged and more than a dozen cars were swept away. Firefighters evacuated residents the same day, he said. Outside Beijing, residents were still waiting for help. Wan Haha, a 25-year-old resident of Yangjiatai village in Hebei province, said in a telephone interview that his family was trapped in the village because the road leading to it was blocked by a landslide. He said rescuers had not yet arrived and that he had only just managed to contact relatives in the village. Landslide, villagers are trapped inside and can't get out, he said. Wang, who hasn't been able to return to his village since the rains began, said some villagers managed to wade through floodwaters and cross mountain roads to escape. Some made it out, but not all. Only a few made it. More than 80,000 people have been evacuated from the capital. The government has urged companies not to require non-essential employees to work, and schools, construction sites, and tourist attractions have been temporarily closed. Dozens of roads have been damaged and 136 villages in the Beijing area, which, although part of the capital's administrative region, are largely rural, are experiencing power outages. Authorities began releasing water from the Miyun Reservoir on Sunday. Miyun Reservoir, the largest reservoir in northern China, recorded its highest water discharge from upstream in more than 60 years of its construction. Signs of flooding are imminent. It emerged Monday evening that the flooding was severe. Before the government released the death toll, Chinese President Xi Jinping said heavy rain had caused significant casualties and property losses in Beijing, Hebei, Jilin, Shandong, and other regions, according to Xinhua, the state-run news agency. Beijing also issued its highest-level flood warning, urging people not to leave their homes unless necessary. Extreme flooding has increased in China in recent years, a phenomenon experts have linked to global warming. Chen Tao, chief forecaster at the Central Meteorological Administration, told CCTV that the rainy season in northern China arrived unusually early this year, with average rainfall nearly 30% higher than usual. According to the Beijing News, a Communist Party-controlled newspaper, recent rainfall in Beijing was equivalent to nearly a year's worth of rain in 4 days. China strictly controls reporting of natural disasters, with authorities concerned about stoking public anger. On Tuesday, some searches on the social media platform Weibo appeared to be blocked. The search included discussions about whether the release of air from the Miyun Reservoir would flood the surrounding area and whether the reported death toll was accurate. The social media platform replaced the discussion with reposts of state media reports showing local villagers using bulldozers to evacuate trapped people and highlighting details of the government's rescue efforts. Deaths from heavy rain have also been reported in other parts of northern China in recent days, including a minibus carrying 14 people missing in Shaanxi province. At least 2 people died in Jinan, Shandong province, where heavy rain last week, resulting in half the rainfall in a normal 5-hour period, was reported by state media. Beijing experienced its heaviest rainfall in 140 years of instrumental records in 2023. However, most of the damage occurred in Hebei province, where officials said they opened floodgates to serve as a moat for the capital, sparking anger among affected residents in Hebei who said they received inadequate warning.